Hello, Vinyl community. I wanted to hop on and do a response to a thread that I saw earlier today. It came via MegaJeff, MegaJeff's Rock Hard Vinyl, which would be Jeff McCormick. Some of you may be familiar with him. If not, you want to check out his channel. I'll go ahead and share some information about him down below. And his thread actually wasn't his thread. He was sharing a thread from a gentleman named Martin, who is at the he's known as the Vinyl Scavenger. Also, I'll share his information down below. I wasn't familiar with Martin. He was pushing to get 500 subscribers. He's been apparently on YouTube for a good while. I think I heard 10 years or plus. And anyway, he's over 500 now, but you know, if you're not following him, go ahead and give him a like and check out his videos. Yeah, so anyway, the challenge, it's called the Red or Dead thread, and it is looking at album covers that have red in the spine, which, you know, I thought I'd be able to find a lot. I do have plenty, but they're not maybe as common color as some others. And anyway, I pulled out 5 of those, and then the Red and Dead. The Dead is, if you know, kind of covering musicians or band members that have passed away. And I thought I would do my own personal take on that by covering musicians that have passed away so far in 2025. So it may be some band members that you're not aware of that have passed away. So I might be the bearer of bad news. Sorry. I know it's a little gloomy and doomy, but anyway, you know, it's part of life. We lose people, and we know a lot of our favorite bands have non-original members, and sometimes members just retire and live out the rest of their lives quietly, and we never hear about what happens to them. So some of these you may be aware of, and some of them may be new information. So I'll go ahead and start with the Red, and we got Ted Nugent, Little Miss Dangerous, 1986. We see the red there. Not going to say much about the Red albums, because I'm not here to inform, just to share out. And we've got Deep Purple. This is a Japanese show. So To the Rising Sun in Tokyo. We've got a red seam there. And this one was released 2015, probably from a show a few years earlier than that. This is a triple vinyl release. So if that were CD, we would call it a double album. Rock and Roll Over. Kiss. Got the red seam there. Awesome album there. Something a little heavier and more modern. We have Believer. Insanity Obscure, which is their second album. Really cool thrash. And this is a re-release, 2024, originally released 1990. And a little heavier than that, we'll switch over to some death metal. UK band, Kansas, not Kansas, oh my goodness. Cancer, yeah, begins with a K sound. I'm a teacher, I know that. So this is their second LP, The Sins of Mankind. As I said, a UK death metal band. This is another re-release from Peaceville, I believe originally released in, I don't know, 92, 93, somewhere around there. So those are the Red albums. Now onto the more morose LA band. Probably got lumped in with hair metal, but more hard rock, maybe in the vein of Guns N' Roses, but Junkyard. And yeah, unfortunately, the lead singer David Roach passed away recently. I hadn't heard that he was sick, but apparently he was cancer. I've got a few others that passed away from cancer that I'll be sharing. So, lead singer of Junkyard, and another band from that era, maybe a few years earlier, Kick-Axe, Vices, first full length, I believe. This one released in 1984. And so this one, it's Larry Gilstrom, one of the two lead singers, not lead singers, lead guitarists. So lead guitar, rhythm, I'm sure he did a little bit of both. And so he passed away this year also from cancer. And then the third of the cancer deaths would be from the band More. This is their first release, Warhead, 81. And we've got Paul Day, or Paul Mario Day. I believe that's his brother there. And Paul was lead singer of More. And a few short years earlier, during 75 and 76, so a number of years before this, Paul was the lead singer of Iron Maiden for a short spell. So another of the cancer deaths. Now, this next one, if you're into hair metal or hard rock, you probably have already heard that John Sykes passed away a number of months ago. And John Sykes, incredible guitar player, pretty darn good lead vocalist when he needed to do that, and also songwriter. So I recommend both of the Blue Murder albums, of course, anything he was involved in for that short spell in Whitesnake, and of course Thin Lizzy. John Sykes was just a phenomenal musician all around. Certainly will feel the loss from him. And then the last, maybe for me, somebody, a lesser known musician, and somebody that performed in Hawkwind and High Tide, a number of other bands, did some session work. And this, so I don't have, let's see, the High Tide I've got on CD. I've got a bunch of Hawkwinds on CD. And the one record I have, of course, this musician's not on it. So Simon House, instead of showing Hawkwind, I'm going to show David Bowie. And so David House was a multi-instrumentalist, did a little bit of vocal work on some albums, and he was a keyboard and played violin. And so he did some work on this album. And he's one that I wasn't able to track down ultimately what he passed away from. So could have been cancer, could have been heart related, who knows. But so yeah, a key member of a bunch of really good UK bands and a session musician that kind of popped up here and there. So you never know, you might have something in your collection that Simon House was a part of. So again, I recommend you guys out there and gals to check out Martin and Jeff McCormick's channels. If you have not already, if you're not familiar with them, check out the information I leave below. Of course, I wouldn't mind anybody, liking this or hopping on board and subscribing to my channel. I'm trying to put out more content. So anyway, hope you're having a great day. Thank you for taking the time to listen to me and check out this thread. Maybe you would like to hop on board and give it a try yourself. You'll have a great day. Thanks for watching. Peace.